basically gonna be rambling for this entire video, mostly about whatever's been on my mind for the past year or so. What I'm basically staring at right now is a Google document with comic commentary as the title, and 3 questions. That's it. That's all. This is what I'm working with. It's also 5 o'clock in the morning as of recording this because I can't sleep. If you're watching this video, TV 1.4 has just released on WEBTOON. How much later this video is going to be uploaded, I cannot say, but regardless, it is out. This is honestly a big milestone for me. I've been working on this series, at least on WEBTOON, for like 3 years now? 2 or 3 years, I think. And the idea as a whole has been around since 2020. It just makes me really happy that it can actually put things into motion and actually carry through with the world building that I want to get done. But I just haven't been able to because I haven't been happy with the way I previously renditioned this webtoon. For those of you that don't know, I've initially had the comic be exclusively on Twitter while I drew it in a more pixelated MS Paint format. I don't know what to call it. Style. That's the word. And that was mostly a big test run. I hadn't dove into anything comic related until that moment. Aside from being a writer on some of Emmy's comics from back then, but I've never drawn out a comic that I actually poured my heart out into and had planned for it. That very first iteration, however, I will say, it was very on a whim. For that iteration, I never wrote out a script, I never had character sheets, I didn't even know what I was doing half of the time. I was just throwing characters into a canvas and basically seeing where it went. And now I have structured, at least coherently now, a world that I absolutely adore and I just want to see flourish in a way that is comprehensible for everyone. This has caused me to redraw this issue about, I guess, 3 times now, if I want to think about the alpha, but I don't want to. There was a second iteration of this webtoon that was originally posted onto WEBTOON, but I did take it down because I didn't like how rushed I was to just get it out there. I did write a script for that iteration, and I did have some character sheets lying around, but I still wasn't dead set on certain lore that I wanted to expand upon and present in certain ways. So that's why that got scrapped. It also just really didn't look good. But I'm really big on presentation, and I think that's really evident with, I guess the technical prologue, issue 0. So yeah, this is the 3rd version, and I'm keeping it that way. I'm happy with how this came out. It's kind of weird to say that because I still look at some of the past pages from a year or so ago, and I look at how much I've improved today, and sometimes I'll think to myself, maybe if I just went back and redrew it one more time, it'll finally be perfect like how I want it to be. That's just not how the world works, I'm gonna be honest. You're just gonna be stuck in a loop, repeating the same thing over and over and over again, because you just want it to be perfect. But every time you sit through redrawing the same thing over and over and over, you're gonna notice improvement, and then you're gonna want to go back again and redraw everything. And it's just an endless cycle, and I've learned that now. I'm a bit disappointed that I let it take this long to get to this point, but I'm also really happy because I'm actually content with how this looks. And I know that as time goes on, it'll look better. I'm comparing part 3 to part 4, and I'm already noticing huge improvements. And while it sucks that I want the entire comic to look like that, there is a lesson to be learned from this, and it's that you just have to keep going. I have so much planned for this comic that I just can't sit back and idly, repeat things over and over and over again to just never end up anywhere. I'm never going to get the ideas that I want to get out there, so I gotta keep moving. Speaking of said ideas, I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about what's next for the comic without really, spoiling anything that I have planned, hopefully.
That's a wonderful idea!
So what's next for the comic now that my perfectionism isn't getting in the way? Well, issue 2 might be the most expected next course of action. I mean, and you go issue 1, issue 2, issue 3. I wanted to take a moment to put something in between that. It's nothing huge. It's nothing like a 4-parter or anything. It's a 1-part thing. A mini comic, to say, maybe, that explains a little bit of, I guess, world building. After that, then it's definitely issue 2. It just feels really weird to be able to say that I'm going to be working on issue 2. I've been stuck redrawing the same stuff for past 2 years now, with constant ups and downs, huge increases and decreases in my motivation, and overall well-being. But I guess that's okay. I'm not really making this for an audience or anything. I only started working on this comic in the first place to be able to basically allow myself to give myself a reason to wake up in the morning. It's a coping mechanism. I draw it when I start feeling sad or upset. Open up Clip Studio Paint whenever I'm feeling demotivated. I just doodle out ideas. Give me something to do. Something to look forward to. Something to keep working towards. And the fact that people seem to really enjoy it and want to see my ideas is just... It's nice. It makes me feel like something is worth it, at least, if anything. Wow, that sounds really depressing. But I do mean it. Alongside those people that casually read the comic, I have my friends working behind the scenes with me on lore and stuff. They're all such lovely people, and I could just sit here and talk about every single member of that little group for hours, but I already talk to them every single day, so no need for that. They will eventually have their own issues to work on. They'll be drawing out certain scenes and whatnot, whatever I give them. Because while I have accepted that I can't just sit here and redraw everything, my perfectionism won't let me exactly hand over the comic to my members. It's absolutely nothing personal. This is a me problem that I need to work on and let go eventually. They all have such lovely and wonderful talents and art styles and ideas that I want them to have recognition for. I need to allow myself to allow them to help me, because I can't just keep living in the fear that I'm not going to perfectly execute everything that's going on in my head at all given times, because it's not gonna happen. And that's fine. I don't really know how to put it into words. It's, again, perfectionism. It sucks. I literally have a team of people willing to work for me, but I take everything on myself because I like working on it by myself. Because I need everything to just be perfect, out of my brain, perfect. Because I just need everything to be executed the way that I have it in my head. But I can't explain that via words nor storyboards. So there's a little wall, there's a little barrier there with a little hole in it that gets some of the words out, but not all of them. I hope this makes sense. It's almost 6 a.m. I'm really tired. But, yeah, that's something I gotta work on. I don't really know what else to talk about. I'm just really excited to get this finally out there, and I just wanted to share a couple thoughts of mine so that maybe someone out there might be able to learn from it or something. have someone basically tell them what I wish I told myself 5 years ago, I guess, in a way. Here's to the unseen future of, 12 written issues, but only one fully drawn out.